How much does it cost to build an app? It's a question I get asked 10 times a week. Impossible to answer, but the analogy I use is, in order to know how much it costs, we need to know every piece of detail. So imagine we're building a block of flats. We know that this block of flats is probably this big, probably this land area. It's going to have 12 floors and 10 rooms on each floor, and each room will have 2 bedrooms. If that's all the information that an architect knows, they can't tell you how much that block of flats cost. In order for me to answer, I need to know what color the doorknobs are. I need to know what finish we're having on the floor, what color of paint, what seal we're using in all the bathrooms. And that information you don't have to hand at the beginning when you're building a mobile app. So my stock answer is apps start around £20,000-30,000 for offline products, which means no backend, no web services. They could be 50 to 100,000 with some web services and low to medium complexity, and high complexity stuff, 100,000, 150,000 and beyond. And some things can go considerably beyond that. So when I give these numbers out, the reaction I often get is, wow, that's a lot of money. Firstly, yes, that absolutely is a lot of money. But secondly, it's important to know what goes into building an app. So it's not just an app. You're building a platform, you're building a framework, and actually you're building a business. There is strategy needed. So why are we doing things? What are we doing? There's business analysts needed to dive into every feature and figure out all of the detail. We need to understand the retention modeling, the monetization strategy, the scaling, the non-functional requirements, the communication strategy through push notifications and emails and things like that. We need to figure all this stuff out. So there's strategists and analysts at the beginning. Then there's designers, and that might need branding. You might need the visual design, UX design, user research, wireframes, prototypes, mock-ups, testing, design as its entire sphere. So we've already got 2 or 3 skill sets. Then we need back-end developers. So the servers, the web services, the database, the engine that plumbs it and powers the app. Then you need iOS and Android. Sometimes you build native, sometimes you build cross-platform. So there's a couple of people in that pit. Then it's QA and testing, and that includes performance testing, security testing, as well as touching and feeling buttons on your screen. So now we're up to 7, 8 different skills. And then project managers, account managers, manual testers, app store deployment specialists. All of these people are needed to build mobile apps once you get into the mid to high complexity things. So when I say an app, might cost 150 to 200,000 pounds to build that, what I'm actually saying is you're paying for time, and the time is 7 or 8 different people, sometimes 10 different people if we're doubling up on skills, for 3, 4, 5, 6 months of work. And that is why these things cost so much. So it's quick and easy to get a rough idea from a 1-minute explanation. Somebody will be able to tell you very high level, it probably fits in this category, but to narrow down costs is difficult and big because we need to go into the detailed plans of that block of flats I mentioned at the beginning. So that's my stock answer when someone says, how much does it cost to build an app?